Imagine being an 18-year-old influencer. You went viral some months ago. Since then, life has changed for you. You are seeing paychecks you had never dreamed of. You are super proud of yourself. You are now rich and you don't need a degree. You don't need books or professional training. You are already at the top of your game. But 5 years later, you find that your viewership has fallen and your money is running out. Your whole family is dependent on you. But your audience has forgotten you. They don't like you anymore. They are bored of what you do. After all you ever did was those TikTok dance videos that made you think that you are a professional dancer. But you lack talent. You also cannot go back to normal life and get a job because you never got that degree. So you plunge deeper into the influencer world, this time with hardcore clickbaits. When that does not work for you, you do some nasty pranks. When that does not work, you do a publicity stunt. And when all else fails, you find yourself stripping for the camera or faking a relationship. And every time you make a desperate move, you are hated a little bit more. And one day your social media accounts turn dormant or is shut down altogether. You are now 26 years old. Your friends have degrees, jobs and steady careers ahead of them. And all you are is talentless and jobless. This is the life cycle of many social media influencers. From rags to riches and back to rags. Hi and welcome. You're watching TFI English, the national and socio-political analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I'm your host Tribhuvan, and in this video I will tell you about the tragic life cycle of talentless and jobless social media influencers. Let's begin. What do influencers expect? Certainly, they should not be foolish enough to think that they can sustain themselves throughout their lives by fooling people into believing they are something which they are not. Who is an influencer? Have you thought about what the word means and what it connotes? In terms of marketing, an influencer is a person with the ability to influence potential buyers of a product or service by promoting or recommending the items on social media. Influencer marketing is a form of social media marketing involving endorsements and product placements from influencers, people and organizations who have a purported expert level of knowledge or social influence in their field. Did you notice the words expert level of knowledge? Around the world, however, influencers are not judged based on their knowledge. Today, anyone with hundreds of thousands of followers can call themselves an influencer. They might associate themselves with one particular sector or industry or even comment on issues relating to all walks of life. But they are not expert on any given subject. Do we need to prove how influencers are experts at nothing? You know it all too well. We should now talk about how talented and gifted these people are. Sure. Every person is unique. Everyone needs to hone their skills to strive to be better than they were yesterday. Now, for that to happen, there needs to be a realization among people that they still have a lot to achieve. Among the influencer community, both in India and elsewhere, this realization is absent. As a result, what you have on YouTube is a sea of talentless and attention-seeking influencers doling out videos that make no sense and are borderline insane and make your stomach turn upside down. The keyword here is talentless. Let's take the example of Lily Singh. This personality, too many would require no introduction. She was a YouTube sensation, has been the first woman of color in the United States to host a late-night show, has been featured in Forbes' top 100 personality list among many other laurels. Yet it seems Lily Singh has abandoned the practice of striving to be better. She hosts a mediocre talk show, cracks unfunny jokes, and has antagonized her dedicated audience with unnecessary and avoidable comments. Today, Lily Singh is slipping into oblivion. Her career's trajectory is nothing but motivating, and she has nobody but herself to blame for it. But she can still salvage her career. Many other influencers who have been making insane videos cannot. The theme of a discussion is the absence of talent within the influencer community. They shot to fame owing to a jackpot video and are now hoping to live their entire life in the hangover of their one-hit wonder. With time, however, many such influencers who banked on the audience to keep their careers afloat until eternity have become non-entities. To compensate for their lack of talent and the ability to fetch job with ease, influencers often experiment with brazen and crazy themes. For example, some fake their pregnancies and subsequent miscarriages, while others engage in sexual acts with their siblings. Others kill random people, mourn them at the end of the video, say it was all a lie. Their pranks often deal with death, incest, and other mindless themes. Payal Zone is one such influencer and YouTuber. This one lost a hand because of another influencer called Saurav Joshi. Is she handicapped? No. Did she get lots of views due to her clickbait content? Absolutely. Is her audience sick of her? Yes, Bindas Kavya is another such specimen. To fetch views, she decided to wear tights in her village and vlog the reaction of every passerby. She even titled her video, "When I wore tight legging in Desi India, लोगों का funny reaction, मुझे गाँव में प्यार हो गया." Some influencers even fake diseases and mental health issues to get views and make money. Others, like Triggered Insan, beg for sympathy on their videos. Many of the influencers who we have mentioned have become subject of ridicule for audience. They are not taken seriously any longer. Yes, they were taken seriously once, but as their target audience, which they started their careers, was pretty young. Now gradually ages, these influencers are having a hard time trying to make a living for themselves. Another case in point, remember All India Bakchod, also known as AIB? They were a sensation, right? And they produced good enough content. The likes of Tanmay Bhatt, Gursimran Khamba, Rohan Joshi and Ashish Shakya grew incredible fans and followers. But then it took one scandal to bring it all down. Allegations of Me Too against some of the AIB's founders ruined their venture. Today, AIB has ceased to exist. They too were influencers in their own right. But all it took to destroy their wholesome venture was one trending campaign. That is how fragile social media ventures are. And that is how quick entire careers can be demolished. Unfortunately, influencers refuse to learn any lessons from the likes of AIB. Here's the sad part. With the kind of content that these people have put out, for them to get normal jobs will be extremely difficult. To top it all, they have become addicted to quick money, for which they have to put in little to no work. The topping to this cake is the fact that they are talentless and not hardworking. No influencer can hope to make a permanent living out of insanity. They might be able to fool audiences, lure them into watching their crazy videos and make big cash momentarily, but their lives will ultimately come crashing down. And then such people think social media will help sustain them forever. That, as we know, is wishful thinking. If you like this video, like, share and subscribe to TFI English. Also leave a comment and let us know which topic you want us to cover. Hit the bell icon to receive all the latest updates. This is Tribhuvan signing off until the next one.